My name is Dr. Erin Stubblefield.
Hello, my name's Liz Cerny.
My name is Robert Cody Spraggs. I go by Cody.
My name is Matt Burton.
I have taught for Cleveland University for 10 years.
I was offered the opportunity to come on this mission trip, partially funded by the CCA, partially funded by Cleveland.
And we were, hey, this sounds like a wonderful kind of an opportunity.
They accepted all three of our applications, and that's where myself, Liz, and Matthew are all here serving the community.
It was too big of a blessing to pass up. So.
They're very kind, they're very accepting.
There's a mixture. There's this joy that is so contagious among some of the people, and then there's also this stoicness that you can see the emotions that have been on these people for so long that they don't want to show emotion sometimes.
They were lacking joy. But again, that wasn't directed at me. That was just that, there seems to have been a lack of joy.
We've seen it in the waiters, the staff here. We've seen it in our patients.
But there are definitely people here who have experienced hardship in a way that it has taken joy from their life. And that was an eye-opener.
Yeah, which stood out because everybody else seems to be so pleased, really.
But I have been very happy with the joy that we've met in most of the patients that we've treated.
When you interact and you can get the joy out of them, it is so contagious, and it's beautiful.
We landed, and immediately I had to pull the sweatshirt off from the cold Kansas City weather to the 80-degree and humid weather here.
Okay, I remember getting off of the plane. I had jeans on and I had a jacket on.
But I was prepared. I had shorts and a t-shirt on underneath the sweatshirt.
So my first thought was, it's really warm here. It's really warm here. I'm dressed wrongly.
We were met very quickly at the airport by our mission team, and we were welcomed. We had very little issue getting through our immigration, which was nice.
On motorcycles going every direction.
It's a gauntlet. No matter where you go, there's motorcycles weaving in and out of traffic.
The traffic laws seem to be more like suggestions rather than actually laws.
But it's like an organized chaos. People are courteous with their driving, but it's very chaotic. We got to the hotel, and the staff was super sweet, super awesome, super accommodating.
We arrived, checked in at the hotel. We had some time to de-stress, and we had been up for about 13 hours at that point, so we were all pretty tired.
We got to the hotel, and the staff was super sweet, super awesome, super accommodating.
So it was nice to get here to a beautiful resort, to be able to have some very sweet tea, which is delicious, to be able to enjoy the beautiful scenery.
And then we spent the most of the day just sitting by the pool talking about the week and what was to hold, and then we had dinner, and then we hit the sack, ready to hit it on Sunday. It's been different every day. So the first day in Bella Vista on Sunday.
In a remote village that's related to the Pregnancy Resource Center that's located in Sosua.
Which was an open-air building, concrete floor, had a roof over the top, had a basketball court in the back for the children to play.
So we treated about 50 patients the first day. In this kind of remote area, we had to do a little bit of hiking, which is good. Good to get your legs moving and lungs working.
And we just treated the village, and that was awesome with chiropractic care. If they had anything else going on, we'd check vitals, we'd check blood pressure, stuff like that.
Just again, very happy and wonderful people who are grateful for our presence.
I met a young gentleman who had a motorcycle wreck. So when I was 18, I had a motorcycle wreck as well. Maybe he didn't feel it as much as I did, but I felt connected to him because I could empathize with what he was going through because I had gone through the same thing, and he had the same injuries that I had. When I adjusted him and then he got up, and you could just see that he was moving better, and he was like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. He was so grateful for it. I hope that he can continue to get treated because that's what I've needed to keep me on my feet.
So I made a little mistake in my airplane booking skills. And so I went from Kansas City to Chicago to Miami to the Dominican Republic instead of going from Kansas City to Charlotte with everyone else. And then got here at 2 p.m. So it was a full at least 24 hours. We got in the van, or I got in the van with Jose and Coralia. We went to the satellite PRC to be, and I think that physically, yeah, I was exhausted, but you've got that energy that's emanating from everybody, the people, the students and the doctors that were here, and they were all already adjusting and sweaty and everything already, so they had this energy that I just got thrown into, and it was an awesome experience because it was just straight into the action and started adjusting right there. I just walked in and they gave me a patient. So, yeah.
The second day we spent at the Pregnancy Resource Center, and also that day it was about 80 to 90 patients that we treated, a lot of pregnant women, a lot of children.
And we got to see a lot of the pregnant women there and their kids and their spouses, their moms.
Day two, a very similar situation, but it was a mechanic who also had a motorcycle wreck, and me and him bonded. He was a big guy.
The third day we spent at a Dominican church in Sosua. Again, saw about almost 100 people.
So we saw older generations. For me, I treated my oldest patient so far, even because in the student clinic we see patients from the school, so they're not that old. But I treated my oldest patient, and I was scared, and so I went to doctor, and I was like, "What do I need to be careful of?" Everything. She said, "Just treat them like a normal patient," and so yeah, that was exciting for me. Even adjusting his neck, he wouldn't relax, and so I was going to adjust him, and he was just fighting, and I was like, "You're 78, just be a 78-year-old. No, he's a tough old man."
But I definitely saw that there was significantly more people in the city that had extreme amounts of pain. We had several that walked with an antalgic gait, like the pain caused them to walk in a way that, I mean, it's very obvious they're in pain. And 2 of the 3 that I treated literally did a dance when they were leaving. But there wasn't as much of a deeper connection that I felt like with the others. Well, we definitely we talk to a lot of the patients, the local population, and speak to them about God.
We've had a lot of opportunities in spiritual health. We hand out Bibles to those who don't have them or who want them.
Here's what I know. It's not going to be me that does it. It requires the Spirit of God.
But we talk to them about God. But a lot of the people that we see them in churches.
I have a hope that us setting up and practicing in a church was a bit of a witness to people. You know, come to the church and have an encounter, and for them to be able to make the connection.
We've prayed over pregnant women and their babies. We had a deaf girl who was going into surgery pretty soon, and so we held her mom's hand and we prayed with her for her baby's surgery to go well in recovery.
We pray for the mother, obviously, so we'd pray for a lot of the people that came to us.
But I think maybe the most important thing that I am doing spiritually for them is I'm trying to connect with God over them in prayer.
Oh, endlessly. These right here are something that God gave us that are just incredible amounts of sensory and proprioception inside of our fingers. And so anytime that you have the opportunity to put hands on new spines and new bodies and feel the way that different people move, and like this population is completely different. You don't think of entire populations presenting the same because, or at least I don't. I'm sure somebody smarter than myself does. But so that was something I learned. Getting better with side posture for different body types.
Especially between Dominican and Haitian patients. Completely different from how we approach them, or just based on how they seem to react to us is going to be a difference in how we approach them. I think that I definitely learn something every day and try to add that to my method of approach. So, yeah.
Everybody that we've had the opportunity to treat has been eager. They came to us, so there's been some anticipation apparently. They've waited. I don't think anybody 3 minutes before they came in just suddenly said, I think I'll go here. There's been some anticipation from people as they've made and been intentional to come to us.
This hotel in Sosua it's a beautiful resort. It's a beautiful property. The rooms were very spacious. They were very accommodating. They let me pick the room I wanted.
They had 80 plus cancellations for people who were staying here, so it's been very empty. They have wonderful food. The cooks are great. Oh, the cooks are they're so accommodating.
Especially the plantains and arroz con leche. Those are my favorite. Yeah.
Every one of the staff that we've worked with has been incredible. The food is very good. It is repetitive, so it's the same thing a lot, but as long as it's good, then the repetition doesn't bother me. It is the Caribbean, so you do have to get used to the insects. There are lizards and a very large cockroach that was in my room. He was just hanging out on the sink, just like, hey, welcome, I'm glad you're here,
It's beautiful. It's been sunny, overcast, and rainy, just a mixture of those, and I think that we've enjoyed every single part of it. We've gotten sunny time at the ocean. We've gotten rain. We had rain at our Bible study this morning out on our pier, and so it started raining on us. We had to run under a tent.
The AC runs a little cold, but if you like it frio, then that's great for you. But I'm not in it much. I don't need to be. They provided me with internet so that I can check in with my family. I was going to use my phone, but the ocean right there borrowed my phone on day one and hasn't given it back yet. So any day now, I'm sure it'll be done with its call.
There's been nothing negative about this trip.
Your skills improve so fast when you are adjusting, boom, 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 patient after patient after patient after patient.
Oh, I would absolutely recommend this trip to other students.
I want everyone else to experience it as well.
I do want them to understand that there is a large faith component to this mission, that the way that you are reaching patients is through chiropractic, but ultimately the goal is for them to understand that God is the reason behind everything that's being done here. So I think it's important, but I also, I want people to come down here with the right intention and the right mental mindset.
It's not about the individual parts and pieces of the person, it's about the individual, that person. So we bring these tools together and these experiences together in order to treat one brand new instance each and every time.
I try to focus on each patient like they are the only person there, my only patient of the day, and I do my best. Yeah.
If I could summarize the whole trip into one word...
Can it be a hyphenated? Life-changing? How about that?
Educational?
It would be the word opportunity.
Fantastic. How about that?